Man, what's up? What's happening, everybody? It's everybody's favorite day of the week. It's BTG Monday. And if this is your first time tuning in, it's your boy Q Walker. I'm always right. I ain't never wrong. You already know what it is. Nephew Q in the building. And then we got my guy Ralph C to my right. Probably y'all left tuning in. Go and introduce yourself real quick, Ralph.
What's up, world? Let's get to it.
You ready to get to it and being wrong today. And then we got Hot Dog down below, aka the Hood Loves Me, aka Bucks and Six. Go introduce yourself one time for the one time.
What's going on, BTG Nation? It's your favorite day of the week because of us. We here.
Hey man, I like the way you think, man. Well, it's the favorite day because me and you I don't know about that Ralph boy. But anyways,
I don't know about him either.
that's neither here nor there. So let's get right on into it, man. Let's talk about some of these topics that's been going on. But before we do that, how's everybody? I'd just like to say, first things first, is that we celebrated our 4-year anniversary over the weekend. This past Sunday marks 4 years since we've been doing Beyond the Game. It's a proud accomplishment, man. And I just like to say I couldn't do it without the fellas that are on the show right now. And I appreciate y'all for coming on here, rocking with me, and helping me keep this thing rolling and moving along to bigger and better heights. Ralph, we had conversations at All Connect when I was doing this, and
Facts, bro.
Not to get too deep into it. I remember I invited Ralph on the show. He couldn't make it, so the next day he was like, "Man, I know you ain't gonna invite me." I was like, "Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, like, don't worry about it, man." He's like, "Man, I'm sorry, bro. I missed it, man." Woo-woo. I was like, "Bro, don't worry about it. We good." And then I got introduced to Hot Dog through Chris Jones. I remember vividly. Chris Jones is like, "Hey." He hit me up in my inbox. He was like, "Hey man, look, me and my dude Hot Dog, we got this show. Can we come up? Can we come on Beyond the Game?" And
overtime, man, I remember that.
Overtime podcast.
Overtime.
And at that time, when he asked me, it was the show when Twani Beckham was coming on the show, the former UK player. He came on the show, and I said, "Man, I can't get y'all this week, but I can get y'all on next week." He was like, "All right, cool, bet." Boom, then here we are. And then the other guy I'm about to bring on, Daniel, same All Connect story, man. We linked up at All Connect. We had a couple conversations about
what's All Connect. What is that?
We used to sell cable and internet, bro. It's the worst job I've had.
Worst job ever. But anyways,
I ain't never heard of it. That's why I was born. I ain't never heard of it. Now I know why.
Only the real ones know.
It's the reason why you ain't heard.
I got it.
Hot Dog, it was the worst job you could have to make the most money you could have without a degree.
Facts.
Yes.
Wow.
We'll put it like that. Well said, Daniel. And then that's when I've always known Daniel. We've always crossed paths through hooping and whatnot. But then at All Connect, we kind of like, exchange phone numbers, exchange information. Somebody said 4 horrible analysts, but
who said that?
It must have been
It's all good.
Man, hold on. I'm gonna get to that, but yeah, man, I just want to say thank you for everybody for tuning in, for helping us get to 4 years. Hope we can go to 4 more and bring this show.
Oh man, we going to the moon, man. What are you talking about? We are the best sports radio show in Kentucky. I hope KSR listening.
Oh man, that was the 4 horrible analysts. That was from Miguel Martin.
It's all good.
I know what it is.
But he did say salute at the same time, and
Nice.
Kenny. He said, "Congratulations, man. Appreciate all the love." But anyways, let's get right on into some of these conversations. KD and the Brooklyn Nets yesterday suffered a defeat with Kyrie getting injured in the second quarter. James Harden was already ruled out with injury. There's been a lot of talk here lately about KD and him stepping up to the plate to carry the Nets on to potentially the Eastern Conference Finals. So I would like to pose a question to the fellas. Is there a double standard and are all superstars not held to the same standard? Ralph, go ahead.
Well, I mean, gosh, I hate when I have to do this. Man. So I would say yes, because I don't feel the standard that LeBron James is held to, everybody else is held to. So if we want to talk about it, we gotta talk about it. So KD got to step up, bro. It's as simple as that. I think that's why the question is being presented, because he has to show that without another superstar next to you, without another great player next to you, can you get it done? And I think we do a lot of comparing, and I think that's what a lot of people are doing right now, is going to compare what KD does in these next 2, maybe 3 games to what somebody like LeBron James did when he had nobody but still took his team to the championship. So, I mean, they still lost, but we look at the roster that LeBron had that year. Ain't too many people that we can name off that team, bro. And that's just being honest. And he still found a way to, galvanize his team and get them to the championship. So, I would say yes when it comes down to everything. I think there are certain players get held to a higher standard than others. But for my boy KD, who I consider the best player in the world, it's on your shoulders, bro. We want to see what you made of, and it's going to take a lot to make it happen. But I think that KD can do it, man. So.
Hey man, we can't say shoulders, man, because the last guy who is currently not playing right now, he talked about putting the team on his shoulders, and it didn't work out too well for him.
No, it did not.
So we're not going to talk about
it. That's only because he tried to boast himself up when he didn't need to. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that. I felt LeBron wasn't 100%. So those shoulders that he was talking about, they were already worn down.
Already worn down.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think the answer to the question, it's yes. I think there is a double standard when it comes to players and how they're judged in the NBA.
What about you, Hot Dog?
I completely agree. I mean, it's LeBron. I think there was a comment below. I can't remember who it was. Kenneth something said it's LeBron and everybody else. And then I saw another comment that said not everybody has the chosen one tattooed on them. I mean, everybody was hating on LeBron for not getting the Lakers past. Who was it? The Suns. I mean, did y'all see who he was rolling out there with? He wasn't gonna get nothing done, and it's gonna be the same for KD. Right, you're right, and he's got to be at fault for that. But then we go back over here to KD. Yesterday, he got beat up yesterday. Yeah, I know he had 28. That's a typical good game, but PJ Tucker was all in his grill the whole game. They better hope they don't put PJ Tucker on him tomorrow night because
they're going to.
Like my name says today. # Bucks in 6. That's what's going to happen. And going back to your question, it's Ralph's 100% correct. I don't think KD is going to get the roof much of the blame. I just think it's going to be blamed on Kyrie, and it's going to be blamed on Harden.
Yep.
Facts, Miguel.
People have no. I mean, who else going to step up on the Nets? Jeff Green,
Joe Harris.
Nah.
Blake Griffin?
I believe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who?
Blake Griffin.
Yeah. You heard him.
I hate him.
You heard him.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing. By the way, I really wish we had this clip. I don't like the Greek freak. I really enjoyed the.
We lost.
See, you start talking about Blake, cut you off.
Go ahead, Daniel. Man, all superstars not held to the same standard.
Of course not. I mean, it's kind of unfair to the stars today because they really get held to the standard of Jordan, then Kobe, and so of course not. But LeBron James kind of created a lane for himself because he wanted to be. I mean, and I'm not going to say for himself because Magic played this way, but LeBron James now has a better jump shot than Magic. So he's like the one trick do it all pony, like Westbrook, similar, but Westbrook can't shoot. Mm-hmm. So I think that people do not hold players like Kevin Durant to the same standard as LeBron because KD is what KD is. He's a scorer. He's the guy that every night you're like, all right, 45 is possible every night. He's not that guy you're looking for to get a triple-double. And so they know, like, all right, KD's he's good for 30, but he needs a point guard to facilitate because he can play off the ball. So I just think that's why they don't compare it. But as far as championships, if you're going to want to be mentioned with Michael Jordan and Kobe, I mean, you got to get it done, even if you're a scorer. Kobe wasn't Magic Johnson, but shit, he still got it done. So.
Hey man, some of these comments is crazy. Man, they own the hot dog. Hey man, real quick before I give my take, Andrew, I know he's watching right now. Reginald Brown Jr., I know you watching right now, and if I don't know her name, I'm sorry. I think her name is Diamond or something like that. If you're watching, hit my inbox up. I do have those shirts for y'all, so I can let me know how to get those shirts over to y'all. They were winners of the BTG shirt contest, and for those who are wondering what the contest was, is that whoever could post the funniest LeBron James losing to the Suns meme, I gave out free shirts, man, because you gotta have fun with it. I mean, my guy ain't even no more. But everybody who's watching from the Beyond the Game group page, click on that StreamYard link right there. So therefore, your picture can pop up with your comment as well. But anyways, let's get to some of these. Kobe never got it done with a team like this. Whose comment was this? That's Ray Gibson's comment. He said Kobe never got it done with a team like this. And then Miguel said, "Damn, how did I miss that?" Hey, Miguel, don't worry, man. I'll hold another one here soon. But my take on the whole thing before I get Hot Dog back up in here, as far as all superstars not held to the same standard, is no. To me, it's three people. It's KD, LeBron, and Kawhi. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a buck. LeBron might not be in this conversation next year, to be honest with you, as far as best player in the NBA.
Talk about it.
So to me, for the sake of this conversation, to me right now is Kawhi, KD, and LeBron. And I do feel like KD and Kyrie, KD and Kawhi aren't held to the same standard that LeBron James is held to. Knowledgeable basketball. When I'm speaking, I don't mean y'all. I mean just in general. Knowledgeable basketball people know that 2007 LeBron, he was outgunned. He didn't have nobody with him. 2015 Kyrie, Kevin Love went down. He was outmatched. He didn't have nobody there. 2018 Kevin Love was his second best player. That wasn't gonna get it done. So knowledgeable sports people really don't hold that against him, even though he still took his L's and this is on his record, but they don't hold it against him because they understand like he was outmatched. Now, what we're asking from KD, he's not going up against a super team. He's going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. And I feel like if he doesn't get it done against the Milwaukee Bucks, then he deserves the same criticism. Because if y'all remember, last Monday, I came on here and I gave LeBron the business. Like he needed to do better, his body language. I didn't use the AD excuse. LeBron just needed to get it done regardless. Now, KD has to do the same exact thing. Like this whole, and there's been a lot of talks of narratives and everything like that. Well, 2 weeks ago, there was no narratives about the Lakers losing. It was LeBron, get it done or else. Same thing goes for KD. Get it done or else. If you proclaim this the best player in the NBA, you got to show me.
Yep, absolutely.
But Daniel, you can piggyback off of this. Kobe was starting to transition out of that best player in the league around the 2010, 2012, which was when LeBron started kind of like ascending to that throne, right? As far as best player in the league.
Right.
And what was the whole thing? Okay, well, show me then, LeBron. You the best player in the league. Well, show me. And time after time, especially after the 2011 where he just melted down, people were really like, okay, well, you claim to be the best. Well, show me then. So LeBron had to do it. KD, you got to show. You want to be the best in the world, you got to show us, man.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
You got to show us. And if KD, you know what? I'll be the first. If KD wins this series, I will come on here Monday and I will say, you know what? He might be the best player in the NBA. I ain't got no problem saying it.
You ain't got no choice.
That's what I'm saying. Because he showed me. I ain't got. What can I say? I can't hate on the guy after that. Like, you know, KD, it is what it is. But I ain't got too much faith in KD. Ike says KD has to not cry to the refs every single play.
Man, I ain't never seen him cry like that. That was terrible.
He got fouled 20 times. That's not a question. But
I mean, yeah. Tucker was all over, but he can't let Tucker get in his head because that's what Tucker's out there.
That's all he's got. And to be physical. Yeah. That's all he's got.
When I seen him and Tucker get into it in Game 3, I was like, Tucker's in KD's
head. That's why the Bucks brought Tucker in. That's why they brought Tucker in.
When the whole bodyguard bumped Tucker, I was like, Tucker's in KD's head. That's a problem.
Absolutely.
It's a problem.
You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even think he was in KD's head. I think KD just had a bad night, to be honest with you.
But you got to think, listen, KD's my guy. If you ask me my favorite player in the league right now, I'm going to say Kevin Durant. But Kevin Durant has a sensitive side to him. He wears his feelings out there, bro. He does, man. And that's the issue when I say that Tucker's getting in his head. Because he did what?
Yesterday, to me, he did a good job of keeping a level head because there was some plays where, like the tip where he got fouled, but then the ball tipped off his hand, and they said it was out of bounds off him, and it didn't even go out of bounds. And then, like, he comes down and he loses the ball on his own. Like, stuff like that can get to you mentally. Like, damn, I can't hit a shot, and I'm losing the ball, and I'm getting back off. He stayed pretty composed for the most part to me.
towards the end of the game is what I was referring to, because I feel like the Nets had a chance to kind of come back in that game.
I think he threw in the towel when he got the 16, 17
I think
points.
that KD kind of just
I think he threw in the towel. He's like, all right, this game is a wash.
They got to him.
This game is a wash, and now it's time to go for game 5.
So so basically what y'all saying is he went and got treatment.
Yeah, he went and got treatment. But he didn't leave the floor, though. He stayed on the court.
Oh, man.
Not really the same, Q. Not really the same.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. KD went and got treatment. But
KD took that whooping, man. I'll give KD that. He took that butt kicking with him and whatever teammates he had left. He didn't just leave and leave the floor with 5 minutes to go. KD took it, man. I'll give him that.
He did. He took it.
It's not the same as LeBron. Don't do that.
He took it on the chin, just like LeBron. LeBron took it on the chin. He had diarrhea. But anyway,
whatever. But Lamar brought him back after he had diarrhea.
But anyways, the next topic is speaking on KD. The report came out. No Kyrie no Kyrie and Harden for Game 5. So the question is, will KD lead the Nets past the Bucks? Ralph, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Absolutely. I still got faith in them. I picked the Nets in 6, and I still got the Nets in maybe 6 or 7. But but yeah, I mean, honestly, I think KD can do it. For me, that's why I brought up what I said. I think he needs to keep his mental together. KD's going to score the ball. There's not too many people out there that can stop KD from scoring the ball. He's going to need some help. But he's going to have to be a leader out there on the court. Now, I don't think KD's always been the best leader for his teams, and he's never really had to be the leader. He's just always been the best player. It's going to take a little bit of leadership in these next 3 games for the Nets to pull it out, because scoring is just not going to be enough for the Nets to do it. So I think KD can do it. I think he will do it. He's just really going to have to step it up, man. This is one for his legacy, man. This is really one for his legacy, so I hope he does it.
Man, before I let Daniel cook, man, I just want to let people know who are tuning in right now. If you would like to be a guest on Beyond the Game, hit my inbox up. Let me know you would like to be a part of the show. We'll get you on here, because I know a lot of people be like, hey, man, why can't – well, man, come on the show.
Unless your name is Andrew Morrell. Do not come on the show.
Come on. Let Andrew on, man. Andrew's always, he's always invited, man.
No. Do not let that guy on here. He's an Eagles fan and Nets fan. No.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Hot Dog, and I hope Drew is watching.
He is.
I'm letting you know now. You will be a continual guest during the NFL season, bro. I've got to hear your opinion when the Eagles.
Well, you got to hear a bunch of nonsense.
0-7. And then Donovan, I'm glad you weren't here watching. I got a Fuck Duke United shirt just waiting for you, my
guy. It's not gonna make it to you. I'm gonna burn that mother.
Yeah, tell him, Daniel.
So Donovan, man, he's been a long time supporter of the show. So I got that shirt coming for you. Hit me up. Let me know your size. Hold on, get some of these comments. Ike said, "Pass that to me, Ralph, because you have to have the best in the city with this foolishness."
Hey, Ike is always welcome. I like Ike
because I picked the Nets.
Yeah, because you picked the Nets. And Miguel said Drew has horrible insight. But anyways, Daniel, man, because I know this is your team, man. You know the Los Angeles Nets. So will KD lead the Nets past the Bucks with no Kyrie and Harden?
Yep, Nets in 7. We're gonna need the Mike James that I used to like. The Mike James that was cold, that was the score, the average 28 overseas. We're gonna need that Mike James, but I do think Blake Griffin will step up at home. Also, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. The same way the referees let the Bucks be physical at home.
Come on, man. Come on.
I think the calls will be one-sided when they go back to Brooklyn. So I just think they definitely win this game. They might go back to Milwaukee, get pushed around and lose, but they'll win again at home. So I ain't that worried. My worry meter is at a level 3 out of 10. So
3 out of 10?
3 out of 10. That's it.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Daniel, before I let Hot Dog cook. If the Bucks win this next game, is it still 3 out of 10?
It's over, bro.
No,
if the Bucks win the next game, it's over.
If they win the next game, I'll be probably like a 7 out of 10 then.
It's over, bro.
Okay. So what if the Bucks win the next game, but Kyrie and Harden are available for Game 7? Where you at on that?
If Kyrie and Harden are available for Game 7 only?
Yeah, Game 7 only.
I'm rolling with the Nets, but my panic meter will still be at a 7.
Okay.
They got to get through Game 6. So if the
My bad.
Bucks,
That's what I
if
meant.
the,
My
if
fault.
the,
My fault. My
yeah,
fault. My
That's
fault.
why I
I'm
was
in.
confused. Yeah,
My bad.
yeah.
I'm in Game 6. My bad. I'm in Game 6. So if Kyrie and Harden are available for Game 6, you still on level 3, or is it up to level 7?
Mama's cooking. He's at a level 3, man.
He's
Come
in
on,
level
man.
3.
If they're available for Game 6, that's good news.
Yeah, that's real good,
Right,
man.
that's real good for
Not for
them. They'll
me.
be all right.
I thought that Harden was gonna play in this game, bro. I thought he
I
was gonna
did
play
too.
Game 5, man. Ah.
And lets me know the Nets aren't their word. That's all I can come up with. They're not their word if they're not playing them.
Man,
Okay.
I thought they would. I
Okay.
personally thought they was going to be available for Games 5.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
Y'all
is what it
don't-
is.
Y'all must not get it that deep into sports like I do. You might want to check Mike James out. The boy's
Who is
highlights
Mike
tonight.
James?
No, Mike James is cold, bro.
He's the point
He
guard
didn't
for
play well
the
last game.
Yeah, they better hope Spencer Dinwiddie coming back through that door over that guy.
That ain't
I don't even
helping.
know. Yeah,
He ain't coming through.
Um,
Go ahead, Hot Dog. Floor is yours.
the reason I picked the Bucks at 6 is because James Harden came this series hurt, and it's only a matter of time before Kyrie gets hurt. It's only a matter of time, and he showed it yesterday. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's going to play next game, this and that." Listen, I have had nothing but ankle and foot injuries my whole life. His ankle touched the ground. That foot went completely sideways.
Nasty. It was nasty.
You talk about people saying a sprain? I thought he broke it when I first saw it. I thought he broke it. I do not think we'll see Kyrie till Game 7. If there is a Game 7. If there is a Game 7. Right now, I'm still picking Bucks at 6. I say Giannis should just drive to the lane. Giannis should get 40 every game in this series.
Why?
There's no excuse for it. You that big, you that strong, that's your go-to. Go to the paint. He should be getting 40. Middleton should be getting 25. Drew Holiday should be getting 18.
I was about to say, chill.
I'm telling y'all right. What did we see a couple of games ago? They combined for what? 80% of the points.
Middleton's been hooping, man.
Just Middleton and Giannis.
Middleton's been hooping.
That's right, Dan. You're absolutely right. They have to, but they should be. That's what they get paid the big bucks to do. Especially Giannis. He's a former MVP. He should be put up 40 a game.
Yeah.
What is Blake Griffin? I hope he dunked his nuts right in his face again.
Oh my God!
Right,
I hope he does.
Chill.
Blake Griffin ain't shit. Paul.
Chill.
Dog, it's your fault for being a Detroit Pistons fan.
Absolutely.
Hey man, I've been a fan since I was in middle school. When I saw the Pistons beat the Lakers in 5.
Yeah, Chauncey's not coming through that door.
Chauncey, Rip, Ben, all the guys, they all done and retired. But I'm just telling you, I can't. I don't like Giannis. I'm not a Giannis fan, but that man should put up 40. That man should put up 40 points a game. It's that simple.
The Nets have better defense than that. He shouldn't put up 40 every game.
I don't believe the Nets play that much defense.
Andrew said, "I love folks who said they would never put their faith in Giannis again last year. All the sudden newfound faith in him."
I don't have faith in Giannis. I'm just telling y'all what the man should be doing.
I got faith in Giannis. They'll let you know Giannis is one of my guys. So I'm Giannis, pull out this 40 ball for me, bro. It's 40 ball.
Q, do you agree with what I'm saying? There's no excuse he should be put up 40 a game.
Only I will agree. I wouldn't say 40, but I would say anywhere from 28 to 35. But I wouldn't say 40, only because I feel like Giannis has to get his big ass down on the block and get busy. Like, forget all this.
I'm so tired of this man taking jump shots. He cannot shoot.
I'm fine with that.
I'm
fine with the jump shots because you have to keep the defense honest. So I'm cool with that because we know a guy in Philly who won't even take one jumper. So I'm okay with Giannis taking jump shots.
At least Ben Simmons knows his role and understands he don't have a jump shot.
Does he? I mean, because
no, I said he doesn't. He knows he doesn't have a jump shot.
No, I'm talking about he knows his role. I don't think he even knows his role. But anyways,
I don't either.
I don't think Ben Simmons know what the hell he's doing out there half the time. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. but Giannis, he had. I think to answer the question, I don't think KD will be able to lead this Nets team past the Bucks without Kyrie and Harden. And here's my reason why: is because it's so hard to focus on KD when you have Kyrie and Harden out there. Like it's impossible. Like you can't do it. But now the defensive scheme can shift to just, okay, we got to stop just one guy. We're not worried about Joe Harris. We're not worried about Mike James. We're not worried about Blake Griffin. If they score anywhere 10 to 15 and they beat us, so be it. but we know that we got to defensively scheme to stop one guy. So it's a lot easier for the Bucks to defensively scheme against KD. Now, will they slow KD down? Yes. Will they stop him? Hell no, because ain't nobody gonna stop KD. It's KD. He's still gonna get his regardless. But the point is,
it just won't be enough.
Thank you. I think
Let me ask
KD
you a
will
question
come out
after this.
440. Go ahead, Dan.
What if, and this is what I see happening, because we saw it with Damian Lillard, we saw it with Devin Booker, we've seen it with a lot of people. We've seen it with Donovan Mitchell. If you bring the ball off the court, they can just blitz you at half court. What if he plays more of a Steph Curry role, runs off screens? You can't double team a man that don't have the ball. Runs off screens. That could be an easy 50. It's just like shooting drills. It's just shooting drills.
But see, that goes back to Ike's points. He said, okay, I'm not saying but you make it tough for KD, and if he gets 40 to 50 and he beats you, so be it. But the thing is I'm gonna make it impossible for you to get that 40 and 50. And in the meantime, Mike James, I can't let you get 15. Blake, I can't let you get 18. DeAndre Jordan, if you somehow get in the game, I can't let you re-energize the crowd and get 10 points. Like KD getting 40 or 50 is going to have to be an impactful 40 or 50, kind of same way that Dame had 55, but his was still in the L. So I think the Bucks will take that. Like, okay, KD can score 40 or 50, but it's not going to be impactful because they still ain't going to win.
Right.
So to your point, Daniel, yes, I do think Steve Nash has to put KD off the ball, but then again, the Brooklyn Nets don't really have a coach right now, so I don't know how they're going to.
And you know what? The Warriors doing that, are you talking about this season or seasons past, Daniel?
Of course, Steph Curry had to be everything this season, but I'm talking about past season.
See, in the past, you had to take into account of Klay Thompson, Steph, and KD.
Yeah. I'm not talking. I'm just saying, what if he plays like Steph off the ball, runs around screens, and just gets shots up off the screen?
Oh, okay.
To make the job easier.
That might be helpful. You
that might work
to get Tucker off from a little bit.
But Daniel just made more of a coaching and analytical play over Steve Nash has all year. Because we know Steve Nash ain't really coaching.
Hold on, Daniel. What would that tire KD doing all of that running around and coming off the screens and everything? So by the fourth quarter, he might be shot.
Hey, Q, I'm going to tell you something. KD's going to be tired as hell after next game because he's going to have to do everything. He's going to be tired.
He's going to do everything.
He's going to be tired. Trust and believe that.
So let me get to one of these questions. So this is from Kenny Gurden. He says, so if KD loses, will it hurt his legacy? I don't think so. I don't think it'll hurt his legacy because at this point, what is his legacy? Are we putting him in the GOAT conversation? So in order for it to hurt his legacy, we would have to try to figure out where do we rank KD as far as all-time greats. If he's not in the GOAT conversation, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't really say it hurts his legacy. But if we putting him in that conversation, then yeah, I think it hurts. But what about you?
I think he's in that conversation. That's why I was going to say yes, it hurts his legacy. He does already have two rings. He got two rings.
Two rings.
And I just think that this is a time for him to kind of separate himself, and so I think it would affect his legacy either negative or positive if he wins or loses.
What about you, Daniel?
I think he would have been in the GOAT conversation, but the injury happened. Because if the injury didn't happen, this would be him going for his fourth ring. Then he definitely would be in the GOAT combo. I think he's still like faintly in the GOAT combo, but he needs this ring to kind of solidify himself.
Yeah, for sure.
So the injury kind of gave him a 2-year setback to me.
It's like the GOAT conversation is inside the house and KD is on the front porch. It's like he's right there. Yeah. No, I understand. No, it's just back up what Daniel was saying. He's right there. Yeah. That other ring will get him inside the house, and then we can have that conversation of KD, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, and so forth and so on. But go ahead, Hot Dog.
I think Daniel hit it perfectly. The injury took him out of winning his third ring. He could be going for his fourth this year. But, y'all, the guys on the other side of this view, they think KD's still going to get it done. So I think if he gets it done by himself, then he's not just in the house. He's sitting at the kitchen table waiting on his food.
Well, damn. Hey, Andrew Gay, he says the first assessment cue. About time he gave me a damn compliment. Shit, Andrew be on my head.
That ain't saying nah, man.
Man, he be on my head, man. I swear for the Lord. But anyways, the NBA awarded Joker the MVP. Was it this week? No, it was last week when he was awarded the MVP. So that
a few days ago, I believe.
That makes the two last MVP winners. They won 3 altogether. International flavor. So with international players winning the last 3 MVPs, are international players now taking over the NBA? Ralph, what's your thoughts on this?
I would say no. I mean, you have a couple of good players from that's international that are at the top ranks in the league. Out of the top 10 players, I mean, the Greek Freak and Luka are definitely up there, but I don't think they're taking over. I mean, you still got Tatum, you still got Booker, you still got Mitchell. I mean, you still got Trey. I mean, you still got Embiid. Well, Embiid's international too. So, but I wouldn't say they're taking over. It's a lot of good players out there coming from the international ranks, but I don't think they're taking over.
Like I said, Jordan is in the house. Brian and Kobe are on the porch. KD's in the driveway. Damn, KD can't get on the porch. But let me rattle off a list of international players. You got Greek Freak, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, who's from Cameroon, the Joker from Serbia, Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year from France, Pascal Siakam, Ben Simmons, Sabonis from Lithuania, KP from Latvia. You got Marc Gasol, Stephen F. So it's a nice selection.
Kyrie Irving.
But Kyrie Irving, if you won't throw him in there too.
Where's he from?
Huh?
Ain't from Australia? Ain't that where he was born?
Man, stop it.
Yeah.
I don't even consider Ben
Stop
Simmons and Joel Embiid international players because they went to college over here. I don't.
Hey,
That's
I mean,
not
nah,
where they're from, though.
Nah.
Man,
Ben Simmons
whatever.
would be considered international. I mean, he's Australian.
so I'm just going.
I don't know about Kyrie. I didn't know Kyrie was Australian.
I
Yeah,
did no.
yeah.
No.
No.
He is, bro. His dad used to play for a professional team over. That's when he had Kyrie.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him Australian, though. That's
He
different.
is Australian, though. That's where he was born.
That's
Is
where
his
he's
mom
born.
Australian?
His dad.
His dad's not Australian. He played basketball in Australia.
His dad's American.
But he was born in Australia, so he's
It's not-
Australian.
Oh,
He's
come on,
Australian.
Hugh.
He's
You born in
Australian.
Canada, does that make you Canadian?
No.
Yeah.
No.
it does.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Andrew Wiggins was born in Canada. He's over here playing ball. He went to high school here in America. He's Canadian still, though.
Who's
'cause
Andrew
he-
Wiggins? You didn't even name him off for a reason.
I'm just
But I
saying.
think his parents are also Canadian. I
Yeah,
don't know,
stop it.
I don't know.
It's a wishy-washy conversation.
RJ Barrett's Canadian.
He is.
Who?
He is.
Andre Barrett.
I like
Yeah.
RJ. Steve Nash, Canadian.
He's not in the league.
Man,
brother.
RJ Barrett went to Duke. Kyrie went to Duke.
That's still
Ben
Canadian,
Simmons went to
bro.
LSU. Nah.
They still,
Nah.
they still Canadian. My
That's
guy.
like, bro. That's like you being from France and you be like, well, we be like, well, shit. Well, he went to UK. Like what, bro?
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the parents are actually from.
Yeah,
that,
I don't.
you know what I'm
Yeah, they just because they moved there or whatever,
Yeah,
they
I
don't
don't
make
know
them
about that.
Canadian. Stop it.
Yeah,
And Q didn't even name those guys off for a reason.
What?
Like, come on.
What you got? What's his name?
Who else you got?
Say Gilgis Alexandra.
Shout out
Alexander.
Shay.
I like Shay. I like
Yes,
Shay.
sir.
You got Jingling Joe Ingles, who's playing right now. You got Dennis Schroeder. You
I
got
like
Ricky
Bogdanovich.
Rubio.
Now, Dennis
Oh.
Schroeder absolutely is international. He's from,
got-
I don't know where he's from. He got drafted out of international.
You got
So, I
both
mean,
the
you got-
Bogdanovich too.
Both of them. Yeah, see, we got the NBA, got the international flavor. So, Daniel, it sounds like you saying that the international, which I looked it up, not this season, but 2020, the NBA was made up of international players. It was 21.8% players were internationally born playing in the NBA as far as 2020, which is the highest it's been since 2017 when it was 25% of NBA players were internationally born. So, Daniel, do you think international players are taking over the NBA?
I wouldn't say taking over, but in 10, 15 years, they could be. I mean, the number keeps growing. We keep seeing more good international players. I mean, like we know who the obvious 3 are that are probably top 10 players right now. So if they got 3 players in the top 10, you could technically say they are kind of taking over.
Yeah. You got, what'd you say, Embiid, Giannis, and Luka? Is that the 3 you're referring to, I'm assuming?
I mean, yeah, you could even I don't know. Some people don't like Jokic's game, but I mean,
Jokic.
if you're a big man and you can average 8 assists and still put up double-doubles, I mean, you got to be a top 15,
That's
20 player at least.
That's the
I give him
NBA
top
MVP.
15 or 20. I give him that. Not top
I say
10,
I
though.
say top 15 right now.
I say I'm right there with Daniel. I say they right there creeping in because who is supposed to be the next face of the NBA?
Luka.
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 Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And
Or the Greek, they would love to have the Greek Freak as the face. He just hasn't done enough as
I
far
might
as
stop watching
winning the
NBA if that becomes
championship.
if that's the case.
so, but that's my point is that now the NBA is starting to become it's been more international, but I'm like Luka's about to be the face, quote unquote, the face of the NBA. So I mean, they kind of are starting to slowly but surely take over the NBA. But go ahead, Hot Dog. What's your thoughts, man?
Well, before I get started, can the Mavericks please get my boy Luka some help
They got KP.
Before they lose him.
They got
before
KP.
they lose him? Because y'all
Before they
get the man
lose
some
him.
help.
They're saying it
I'm
more.
more. I think he might. Where he'll go, I have no idea. But
Lakers.
no,
God.
God, no.
No,
Stop it. Oh man, I'm sorry. We're getting off track here. So I'm gonna go with like kind of what
Spurs.
Ralph said.
This guy.
That actually wouldn't be a terrible fit for him.
The
I don't
Spurs
believe.
will love him.
I think Pop will be gone by then, so I don't see it happening.
No, that man he ain't retiring no time soon. He don't care.
yeah,
He's staying as long as he wants. But I don't think they're really necessarily taking over because you
Come
did
on.
name off a lot of players. But like D said, there's about 3 that are in the top 10 right now. You got Embiid, Luka, and Giannis. But you said that internationals have won the last 3 MVPs. Is that right, Q?
Yeah.
Well, we all know James Harden got robbed of one of them.
That's
So it
true.
should be 2 out of the last 3.
Talk about it.
So I'm just saying, I don't think they're necessarily taking over, but they are making us. They're coming over. It's like the point guard for the Nuggets. What's his name?
Pazzo.
He just showed up this year. I believe it's his first year, and he's 30 years old.
Yeah.
So
He's
I mean,
like
they're the
Pablo
more.
Pargione.
Jamal
What's
Murray's
that?
from Canada, by the way.
He's like Pablo Pargione. He popped up on the scene in the NBA when he was like 31 years old. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. By the way, I will say this: the Nuggets needed Jamal Murray a lot more than I thought they did.
Somebody gotta say it.
Jeez.
Don't do it, Daniel.
My guy
Don't
Joe.
do it.
I think it would have
Listen.
made a
Hang on
difference, man.
before
Okay.
Daniel cooks. Everybody knows I'm with D. I'm not a big Jamal Murray fan. My brother-in-law just texted me and said Jamal Murray's Canadian, so I guess he's watching the show.
I just
right
now
now.
said that.
I know it's just funny. My brother-in-law texted me it, but I'm not a big fan of Jamal Murray. I think he's kind of boring. He's a good player, but I don't really get excited about his game. But Joker could have used it because I think Michael Porter Jr. hurt his back again, and
He's the new Chris
Will
Stapps.
Barton. Oh man, that's
not
terrible.
good. That's
So
not
yeah,
good.
but I know we're getting off track here, but I don't think they're necessarily taking over, but they are coming over. And I think Daniel said 10, 15 years, they might be. That number could be pushing 40, 45%.
We shall see.
We shall see, York, right?
Because Luka and Greek Freak are like once in a lifetime type of players, man. Those are special players. You don't see many players like the Greek Freak out there, man. Just body, just
Hey,
everything
man,
that he has, athleticism. It's not too
I'm
many
not-
of them out there like
I
that,
didn't say Murray was terrible. I'm just saying Murray's a boring player. He's a good player, but he doesn't really excite. He's
The
not really
Suns would
exciting.
not have swept the
I agree
Nuggets
with
with
that.
Jamal
I
Murray
agree
out there on the
100%.
court.
Nah, they would have won in 6. But yeah, it would have been more competitive.
Shout out to Chris Paul, man. I'm happy for you, man.
For sure.
But I'm right there, and man, I wish Trey.
Nature Valley Porter.
See what Donovan's comment.
Donovan is crazy, bro.
Man, we need to get him on the show. We need to get him on.
He's crazy, bro.
Nah, this all get off the rails.
That's why he gets up, man. But yeah, we're definitely, and I've talked to Donovan a few times about coming on the show, so we'll definitely have him pop up on her. But anyways, Game 5 continues on tomorrow night between the Nets and the Bucks. Back to that series as well. The series is tied 2-2. You know what I'm saying? And we got my guy KD with no Kyrie and Harden. We got Giannis, who has come up short the past 2 post seasons. So who has more pressure on them to close out this series? KD or Giannis? Hot Dog, you made that face, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook first.
Oh man, this is hard because people have been talking how the Greek Freak did not have enough help in Milwaukee. They went out and got Drew Holiday. They went out and got PJ Tucker. So I mean, Giannis I think has more help now than he ever has in Milwaukee. But then you go over to KD. Him and Kyrie try to create a super team together. We didn't get to see it last year, obviously. So then they bring in James Harden. So I think the most pressure is on. I really don't want to answer, but I'm
Got to, bro.
I'm gonna say Giannis. I'm gonna say Giannis. I think the
Facts.
pressure's on Giannis because he's won the last 2 MVPs. A lot of people don't think he should have won those MVPs. A lot of people have been talking. Can this guy lead his team to an NBA Finals appearance? So I think the pressure's more on him because there's no excuses. His full team is healthy. You go over to KD. Kyrie Harden are out. I don't believe KD can get it done alone. I think that he'll get a pass for this, kind of like I think LeBron's getting a pass for the Lakers going out first round. So I think the pressure's on Giannis to get this done and get past the Nets while they're down and out.
You know what, hot dog? You my guy. But what you just said, the last part was poor hogwash baloney. LeBron James did not get a pass for this Lakers. I mean, did you not see the Beyond the Game group page when they lost?
Well, okay. First of all, I'm one of those people would wish they would stop talking about LeBron so much.
That goes hand in hand,
go out
though.
in peace.
I mean, Lillard got hurt when they played against them in the bubble last year. Who else got hurt? My man from UK got hurt. Goran
Are we talking
Dragic
about
got
why
hurt.
the Lakers won last year?
Yeah. So I'm just saying it goes hand in hand. We're not gonna give LeBron an excuse because they ain't saying, well, we only won because Dragic got hurt and my man from UK missed 2 games and Damian Lillard got hurt in game 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going through saying all that. So
I firmly believe they would have got past those teams anyway. You can say all you want, but the Lakers were the favorites going in last year, and they were the favorite, I think, going in this year with AD before he got hurt.
If the Lakers would have played a full season, AD wouldn't have been healthy for the finals or for the playoffs.
He would have been healthy. Would have been straight.
No, you wouldn't. It was a 4-month break that helped LeBron and AD the most.
5-month break.
That's even more.
So why didn't they help why didn't that break help Giannis? He was having knee troubles. Why didn't it help Kawhi? He was having knee troubles.
Because Giannis is who I thought he was.
Oh, so they get excuses as to why.
It's no excuse. It's when your expectations are here for Giannis. My expectations are low for Giannis. I don't have high expectations for him.
My point is, if Giannis can't get this done when the Nets are down dead in the water, it's really going to hurt whatever legacy he's already built for himself because he has no injuries on this team.
Speak that truth, Ralph. Ralph ain't speaking nothing, and you ain't speaking nothing either, Drew. but anyways, before I let Ralph and Iceberg Slim cook real quick, I think Giannis does have all the pressure, and I alluded to it earlier. Is he's had the last two playoff seasons or postseasons, he's come up short. You was up 2 games on Toronto, and then they came back and 4-4 to you. And then last season in the bubble, back-to-back MVPs. Everybody had the Milwaukee Bucks going to the finals, and then here comes the Miami Heat, putting them out of their misery. So, and like Hot Dog said, they have a full team, so there's no excuses as to why they shouldn't beat a depleted Brooklyn Nets squad. So, Giannis has the most pressure on him, and right now, Giannis ain't done too well with pressure being on him. And remember, I think it was right before the postseason started. I had asked everybody, who do you trust more, Giannis or Paul George in the postseason? Well,
what a question.
We about to find out who should be trusted more, Giannis or Paul George. What'd you say, Dan?
We're gonna find out tonight. The Clippers take his dub.
We about to find out as the Clippers take his L tonight. But go ahead, Daniel, man. Who has the most pressure on them in this series?
I mean, it's Giannis easily. Everybody's already saying he didn't even deserve both MVPs. He took the extension in Milwaukee. I think that has something to do with the injury because, I mean, he probably saw that money flashing before his eyes when he got the ankle injury. But it's got to be him. I mean, KD's already got 2 rings. He's been to 4 finals. He's MVP. He's 2-time finals MVP. Like, I would say if this was 2-2 and he had Harden and Kyrie, then the pressure would be on KD.
Absolutely.
But without him, there's no pressure. Like, go out there and do your thing.
I agree with that. Absolutely, Daniel. Absolutely.
That's all the more reason why I feel like KD should come out in Game 5. Like, it's whatever. Like, I'm expected to lose, so I might as well go on out here and just keep this thing going and put up a 40-50 ball because I'm
That's not how I go. Thanks. I'm sorry.
Just do what I think.
How's it go, Ralph?
A goat thinks like I'm about to go out here and kill.
Yeah,
Period.
that's for sure.
Yeah, KD ain't laying down, bro. Like, come on
Nah,
now.
he ain't
It's
gonna lay
not
down.
happening.
Nah,
It's not
I agree
happening,
with
bro.
that.
He laid down in the fourth quarter of,
He did.
game 4.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Hey.
So,
I did not like his performance, bro. I 100% agree.
So what was?
Giannis took my guy out, man.
I mean, at that point, that was up by what I think it was like 15.
Yeah,
So
it
at
was
that
over.
point,
It was like
yeah,
4 minutes left. It was over.
When they cut it to 12 or 13, Nash was going to leave him in, and then I forgot who it was, but they came down and hit a 3. I think it was it
I want to
wasn't
say Middleton.
it wasn't Middleton. It was
Nah, number
Corey
24.
Joseph?
Connaughton.
24, Connaughton.
It was Connaughton. Pat
Yeah.
Connaughton.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they was like, all right, let's just get him on out of there. But
It's
yeah,
over.
man,
Yeah, it's over.
all the pressure's on Giannis to me. I mean, if you lose in the second round again, this will be what, the third or fourth year straight they've lost in the second round. Then I mean, they're gonna be like, what do we even pay this guy for? You got Drew Holiday, you got Middleton. I mean, you got everything you need. You got PJ Tucker, so Middleton don't have to guard the best player and be tired. Like,
Hey,
what more do you
I'm
want?
gonna say one thing, D. If Luka had this team, the Bucks got, they in the finals. What Q?
Yeah,
What Q?
they would at least go to the next round.
So you're interchanging Luka for Giannis?
Absolutely.
For sure.
All
Without a
day.
question.
Not a question.
I don't know, but it's
It's a good topic of discussion.
a good topic.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to think about that one. That's
Defensively, I think his offensive skills all over the court outweighs his lack of defensive skills. And I would rather have that over Giannis, because this is the thing. You can have the best defense in the world, but if you can't put up no shot, I mean, if you can't hit no jumpers when it matters.
Absolutely.
Hey, you don't get paid the big bucks to play defense. You get paid the big bucks to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah,
and
that's
score.
true. That is true. And right now, Giannis does the best at both of them. That's why he's the best player in the NBA right now. But anyways, moving on to the next topic.
Hey, somebody, man, mute your own mic, please. Can you do that real quick?
So Joker got ejected in game 4 of the Phoenix Suns and Denver Nuggets series, which I don't think it would have mattered if he played the whole game any damn way.
Not at all.
So he got ejected for his flagrant foul. Not a flagrant foul, but he got it was flagrant 2.
Flagrant 2 foul.
Flagrant 2 foul against Cameron Payne when he hit him across the face. And also, there are some people who believe that Giannis deserved a flagrant for Kyrie stepping on his foot as well. So it's a 2-part question, fellas. First one, Ralph, man, should Joker been ejected from the game yesterday?
No. You can consider it a hard foul if you want to consider it a hard foul, but it was a frustration foul. He went for the ball.
He hit the ball.
I don't know. I don't know how you want to look at as far as if it was a basketball play because of how he swiped at the ball. But for me, it just wasn't enough for me to give him a flagrant or even try to put him out of the game. His middle of his arm did hit Payne in the face. So I guess that's the reason why it ended up being what it was. But overall, I just don't feel like it was that hard of a foul. He was going for the ball, so I will consider that a basketball play.
Man, I thought it was corny. Like, come on, bro. Like, and this is the reason why a lot of people are turned off by the NBA, because it's like, bro, like, okay, he hit him across the face. Just say it was a hard foul. Obviously he's frustrated. You know what I'm saying? They was getting their asses handed to him. Right. Nobody had an answer for
4 games straight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, buddy was frustrated. So all of that should have been taken into account by the refs, which I'm pretty sure Sean Gurton has never seen a ref make a bad call.
Hey, man, listen to me. Daniel, I was laughing so hard at Daniel yesterday going back and forth with Sean. Because he said, when don't you think there's a bad call? He had me rolling yesterday.
Because
it was so blatant and obvious. But go ahead, D.
Yeah. No, I was just telling him, I'm like, I talked to somebody that refs college and high school almost every day, and they can admit that refs make bad calls, missed calls, whatever. And every time Sean Gurton's like, but they got an excellent crew out there. Oh, it's this guy.
That doesn't mean they don't make bad calls.
What? Like, bro, come on, man. Yeah, come on, bro. You gotta be honest.
And I'm right there.
He ain't never met a bad ref, man.
He ain't never met a bad call.
It's okay. Like, and I think I've had this conversation. Like, they not gonna kick you out of the referee fraternity if you say, yeah, they give me a call. Like, Yeah, they shouldn't have caught. Like it's okay to go against your brethren if they're wrong. Hold on, let me get to some of these comments. Reginald Brown, get me on the show, Q. I got some. Hey man, all you got to do is hit the inbox, bro. Just hit the inbox. Let me know your availability. We'll go from there. Let's see. If you think PG Trip done, but don't see Giannis as a flagrant, I can't help you.
Thank you, Drew.
I think that's
Thank you,
towards
Drew.
I think that was.
I got a lot to say, man. I got a lot to say.
Go ahead, hot dog.
No, D, are you done, brother? Man?
Oh, I was just going to say, I just think at this point, it's been at least 10 years that they've put an emphasis on not going under players when they're in the middle of the air. When I'm in the air, I can't adjust. I mean, I can maybe try to adjust, and I might hurt myself further. But Giannis is, 8 inches taller than Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
He didn't even need a run. He didn't even have to run under him. Plus, Q, let me ask you this, because I know you're a rebounder like I am. Q, when have you ever ran right under the rim for a rebound? Never. So why would he even do that? Like, that's my whole thing is like, okay, you can say he didn't do it on purpose. It's an unwritten rule not to run under people when they in the air. Until you're 6'11", why are you running right under the rim? The ball's not going to come off right under the rim unless it goes in. That don't even make sense. But, I think he should have got a flagrant. Everybody tries to get away with something. I think because he don't have a dirty player reputation, he tried to get away with that. He deserves an after-game flagrant since they didn't call nothing in the game.
Yeah.
Why you got this smile on your face, Ralph?
I just looked at Sean Gurry and say he got tagged.
I got tagged in.
Yeah, we talk real quick while we got you on record, live on air. You can post your comments. Was yesterday's ejection on Joker, was it warranted? To me, man, like I said earlier, it's because it's stuff like that's why people say the NBA is soft. They can't watch it no more. It's not like the 90s or the 80s or the early 2000s because everything is ejection or a flagrant. They don't let them play no more. And it's like, bro, it's laughable at this point, man.
Also, I think you should take into account the Joker's reputation, bro. He's never been that
He's
type
not
of
a dirty
player.
guy.
He's never been
That's
that
what
type
I was
of
about
player,
to say,
bro.
Ralph. It's like this man was just named NBA MVP. I think when you get that award, you are entitled to a different level of respect.
True.
And he absolutely got none. He got punched. He got big arms, and Payne got a big nose. He got punished for that yesterday. He was going after the ball. He's swiping at the ball. It's like D said. He hit the ball, but he actually hit him in the face. Okay, if you want to call a flagrant one, okay, cool. He hit him in the face. It wasn't his. I don't think he was going after him. I think he was frustrated. He was going after the ball. But come on, man. It's the NBA MVP. Just like Stephen A. said today. He was so disrespected yesterday. That was terrible. Now, I didn't see the foul that you're talking about, Giannis on Kyrie. I didn't see that. I didn't watch
it's the foul that caused Kyrie to sprain his ankle.
Yeah.
Well, see, I see the slow motion. It looked like when he came down on his foot, Giannis was just standing there. So I didn't see the whole. I didn't see the whole thing.
I just think they're talking about the position that Giannis put himself in that kind of led to the injury.
I'm more upset about what Paul George did to Donovan Mitchell the other night.
That
man was trying to trip Donovan Mitchell. The man was on the ground. He extended his leg. Like, come on. He knew what he was doing.
Bro.
He was
play on P my butt.
He was in the mode.
He was falling, bro.
Man, I don't care, man. Okay, if Joker go to get a flagrant 2 for what he did, Paul George should at least got a flagrant 1 for what he did.
Well, then Giannis should have got a flagrant.
If you chasing after somebody and they're a little bit in front of you and you don't think you can catch them, stick that foot out, trip them a little bit, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so that's okay? Oh, okay.
Let me ask you this.
Okay. I see how Ralph feel about that.
Let me ask you this. So you saw how the game was officiated in Milwaukee yesterday. So this is my issue. You can do all that Milwaukee did yesterday, and I'm not saying that the Nets didn't commit any fouls, but you can do everything they did to KD and whoever else yesterday in Milwaukee. And then you go watch the next game, and Joker gets ejected for swiping the ball and inadvertently hitting somebody.
Let me ask you this, D.
That's like PJ Tucker on a regular defensive play on KD.
D, let me ask you this.
That's PJ Tucker at jump ball.
D, let me ask you this. Do you think after that how that game was officiated yesterday, the referees for the next game were given a warning like, hey, this is what happened the first game earlier today. You better not call it that way. Do you think that happened for game 2? Because it was called a lot tighter than that first game, obviously.
I mean, of course, all games are reviewed and evaluated by our board after the game. So, I mean, I think that might have happened. It's just like, to me, it's like if you're always in your face, aggressive, like Draymond Green, PJ Tucker, it's like you get a pass. Like, we ain't going to call every foul because he'll foul out in 5 minutes because it's PJ Tucker.
That's the only reason those guys are getting paid, though, especially PJ Tucker. Yeah, he might hit a corner three every now and then, but the reason PJ Tucker's on his team is for defense.
Absolutely.
That's the only reason why he's on the team.
Absolutely.
And I don't
know why Draymond's still on the Warriors.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like everybody just
loyalty
has to start being in your face and aggressive. So that way, when games happen like this, you can just get away with everything. Cause if Chris, like even Brad Stevens earlier in the year, Brad Stevens hardly says anything, but as soon as he says something to the ref, it's an automatic T.
Yep.
But then you got somebody that always argues with the ref and they don't get a T. Like, it's just crazy. Draymond Green.
But I just
that
same
physical defense that Milwaukee was able to get away with in Milwaukee, they're not going to get away with. And that's part of the reason why I think Brooklyn will win the next game is because of that.
Because he won't be as physical.
They won't be able to. The refs aren't going to allow them to be as physical as they were.
I think the NBA was trying to make an example out of Joker yesterday. Like, oh, you the MVP, you think you can get away with that? Watch this.
But that's that's the part where Q said that it's corny, like that.
Right, I agree.
What are you proving by taking Joker out of the game? Like, you didn't prove nothing to us as fans.
I just thought it was very disrespectful to the newly appointed NBA MVP. Like, I think he should got a little bit more respect than what he was shown yesterday.
All NBA defensive first and second teams just got released. All NBA first team: Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, Giannis, and Drew Holiday. Y'all okay with that?
Yeah. I am.
Yep.
Read it out one more time. I missed one person.
Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, Giannis, and Drew Holiday. That's the first team.
First team?
First team, yeah.
Who's second team?
Drew Holiday made first team?
Yeah, Drew Holiday first team, all defensive team.
I like Drew's defense,
I like
man.
Drew. I do like Drew, but
especially defensively. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Second team is Bam, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Matisse Thybulle, from the 76ers, and Kawhi Leonard.
And that's why I think that Drew made the first team.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I agree with the second team as well.
Yeah.
Damn. But anyways, going back to some of these, Drew first team, he been getting cooked. But see, that's not a first.
Who don't Kyrie cook though? Who don't Kyrie cook?
That's what I'm going to say. Like, that's not fair. Kyrie cook everybody. Like, that's not really.
You're not guarding Kyrie, bro. It's okay.
Nobody's guarding Kyrie.
It's okay.
No.
So that's not a fair assessment. Like that's like somebody saying, oh, you trash because Jordan put up 40. Bro, it's Jordan. Like,
right.
I'm glad you said Jordan and not LeBron, though. Appreciate that.
See what I'm saying? Try to get respect. You try to get respect to Jordan. You see what happens?
Hey, let me tell you what's funny. Because I get put in this situation now because I am a Lakers fan, but LeBron's on there, and I'm not a LeBron fan. He was in that same situation. Because Q is a North Carolina fan, but he's not a Jordan fan. So I'm glad I don't share this alone.
Hey, bro, I get it asked all the time, and I'll go ahead and clear it up. Everybody, how you a North Carolina fan, but Jordan's not your I get it, but the thing people got to realize is I go based off of who I saw.
Absolutely,
right.
Jordan came out in the draft in '84. I was born in '83, so obviously my connection to Jordan in North Carolina is irrelevant because I didn't see him playing there.
Right.
My love for North Carolina came from watching Vince Carter play, so that's where I came.
Man,
from.
You that old Q?
Yeah, I'm that old, bro. Yeah, I'm that old.
And I think people that's your age who want to say, "Oh, Jordan played for North Carolina," it's just you don't have no ties to Jordan just because he played for North Carolina. Like you didn't see him do anything. So to people be like, "Hey, you was," because my connection with North Carolina isn't affiliated with Jordan. Right.
Mine is affiliated with Vince Carter.
Right.
So I don't have that same type of Jordan North Carolina love.
Right.
But how did North Carolina not win more titles in the '90s with all that talent they had?
But they ain't had no talent. What was you watching?
First of all, watch your mouth, Ralph. And second of all,
I think it's a legit question.
In the mid '90s, we had Shamon Williams, Brandon Haywood, Antoine Jameson, Vince Carter, Rasheed. Like we had
Jerry Stackhouse, right? Wasn't Jerry Stackhouse from North Carolina?
That was early '90s.
Yeah, Montrose. Yeah, come on.
Jerry Stackhouse played for North Carolina too, right?
Eric Montrose got a ring thanks to Chris Webber. So there you go. Thanks. So
Shouldn't
there's
have called
that.
the timeout, right? Is that the one where he called the timeout?
Yep, that's where he called timeout. Yep.
Yeah.
He cooked Chris Webber. Cooked him. Killed him.
Nobody cooked Chris Webber back in, man. Stop.
That's how we got it. But anyways, back on topic, man. We talked about the Phoenix Suns. We actually just talked about Joker being the MVP, but it looks like Chris Paul has proven otherwise. So, fellas, is last topic of the day. Is Chris Paul the real MVP, Ralph?
The MVP is based off the regular season. I feel like they both had good regular seasons. I think that Joker won it based off the numbers that he had. I think he was the MVP of the regular season. Chris Paul had a better series. That's kind of how I put it. I mean, Chris Paul had a great series against the Nuggets. I did not think the Nuggets would get swept. I did think they would get beat. But I'm just not going to take away from what Joker did in the regular season just because they got swept in the playoffs, bro. It was just a better team out there with the Suns. I don't think that Joker really had much help. I mean, if you break down the Nuggets roster, I mean, is Aaron Gordon still the same Aaron Gordon of years back? Exactly. That's my point. And he was almost somewhat the second best player. Yeah,
he
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So he just really wasn't. He just really wasn't that guy. So I think Joker did deserve that regular season reward. He didn't. I mean, his team didn't play well in the playoffs and they got beat. But I'm not going to take away his MVP just because Chris Paul had a better series.
Man, I'm right there to piggyback off you, Ralph. It's just Chris Paul had a better team between the two. You know what I'm saying? I believe Joker. I believe Joker still had a better MVP regular season because he finished the season without his second best player. If you want to call Jamal Murray that, some people might think Michael Porter Jr. is, but regardless, he didn't have his running mate and still had the Nuggets within in the fourth place of the Western Conference. I know a lot of people say, well, Chris Paul, the Suns didn't make the playoffs and he took them to the 2 seed. Well, we talked about it on this show. They may have gotten the 2 seed just because of injuries to other players on other teams in the Western Conference. So that's how they catapulted up to the 2nd seed. So did they really earn it? But hey, they got it nonetheless. But I'm right there with you, Ralph. I do believe Joker still deserved it because he did the most with less on his team and got his team to the playoffs as the 4th seed. But what's your thoughts on it, Daniel?
Man, in February we got the footage. I said Jokic in February, so. And his numbers were actually a little higher back then.
Yeah,
I think he still had Murray. But I mean, he earned it. I mean, to see somebody that's slower than Luka Doncic go out there and average basically a triple dub, even without Murray, it was just still like an 18-point per game player. That's a big loss. So yeah, I think he earned it. Chris Paul is just wherever he goes, he wins games. But Chris Paul had Devin Booker the whole time. And
Absolutely.
he had DeAndre Ayton.
That's what I was going to say. Give Ayton some credit, bro. Ayton is a baller, bro. He is making a name for himself, man.
Hey, I've been riding for Ayton. Drew knows I've been riding for Ayton for about a year or so because I think he's good. It's just previous years before you had Chris Paul, you got Devin Booker. Devin Booker's not a facilitator, so it's almost like get it off the rim.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. And if you can average 15, 16 points getting off the rim with your 10 rebounds, you killing. So, I mean, he's elevating his game a little bit. So, I definitely think he was deserving. Only other person I thought that would have been up there if they hadn't got hurt was James Harden. And a lot of analysts had James Harden as the MVP before he got hurt. So, I think
let's not forget about Embiid either, man. I feel like Embiid he had a great season.
I want to see Ayton.
I do too. Don. I do too.
I think DeAndre Ayton, I think he's only like, 20, 21?
Nah, he's young.
Yeah, he was the number one. He came out straight after 1 year at Arizona.
3 years ago.
Yeah, he got 21, 22. He got that Greg Oden disease, man.
Yeah, he got that LeBron Greg Oden in him, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to see how old. Go ahead, hot dog, man. Do you think Chris Paul's the real MVP? While I look up DeAndre Ayton's age because
I think we had this conversation every year I've been on the show around this time because it always seems like there's another player that goes off in the playoffs that should have been considered for the MVP. But we always say it's a regular season award, like what Ralph said, 100% what Ralph said. Now, if the MVP was decided after the first round, it probably could have been Luka because I think nobody had a better first round than Luka Doncic.
Facts.
Nobody did. But nobody's had a better second round than CP3. Nobody. I don't care what team, what conference, whatever. Nobody's had a better second round than CP3. Last night, that was phenomenal what he did. But the Joker was the MVP. Like I think it's what Q said. He did more with less. And they actually finished. I believe they finished third. Actually, it wasn't the four. It was they were the 3 seed.
So it was Jazz.
It was the Jazz.
Suns. No, I thought the Blazers had the 3 seed.
No. The Blazers had the 6 seed.
The Clippers was the 4th, right?
Yep, and the Mavs were the 5th seed. Because remember, the Blazers passed the Lakers for that 6th seed like a few days ago.
You're right. My bad. You're right.
I think the Joker. If I couldn't give it to the Joker, I'd probably would have gave it to Embiid.
Absolutely.
I think Embiid had a great season as well. I mean, I think at the end of the year, he had more help. He still had Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. He still had those players, but but the Joker didn't have Will Barton, didn't have Jamal Murray. He just had Michael Porter Jr., who had a great first round of the playoffs. So, and Aaron Gordon, I don't know who that bum thinks he is, but he's not that guy.
Bro, what happened to him?
Hey, but I've never been an Aaron Gordon. Me and Chris Jones were texting about this last night. I've never been an Aaron Gordon fan. I just thought he was a flashy, athletic player, but he left all that in Orlando.
Absolutely. I didn't see him do a dunk. I didn't see him do nothing.
Now,
I saw
honestly,
him in high school, and I was like, I don't even think this guy's gonna make it past college.
Have you ever seen Uncle Drew, the movie Uncle Drew?
Yeah.
Well, remember Aaron Gordon was a big part of that movie. He was he was a star player on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he is what you saw in that movie. A big, flashy, athletic player. I've never liked his game. But I think if you can get his comment back up, Donovan's comment back up, says Spider was killing it. Spider been balling as well. He has been balling, and I think he should have been if he hadn't got hurt, I think he would have been in the MVP conversation as well. But he got hurt in the regular season. Wait, what?
This is the problem with the Chris Paul, though. Chris Paul
Go ahead, D.
He didn't even get considered, right? Like, he wasn't even ranked, like, in the top 8 players. Like, he was, like, way back. And I think that was the problem that people had with the Chris Paul thing. Like, he wasn't even considered.
But
because sometimes I think we just look at numbers and not the impact that players have on a team.
And no
Chris
player
Paul's
had an
impact. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
Right, what you said, Ralph. Nobody had a better impact on these high seeds going into the playoffs that Chris Paul did for the Suns. Yeah, they went 8-0 in the bubble. They did do that, but they everywhere Chris Paul goes, he makes them better.
Absolutely,
every team
bro.
He goes to.
Absolutely.
The Clippers, they were terrible before he got there. I don't think the Thunder were even projected to finish the top 10 of the conference.
Let's talk about what he did with the Thunder last year.
I think he took the Rockets. I think they took the
Rockets. The Thunder was trying to tank. The Thunder was trying to tank.
Yeah, and they went 7 games against the Rockets.
And Chris Paul said no.
Everywhere Chris Paul has went, he has made them better. Even the Rockets, I believe. If Chris Paul never got hurt and they were playing for the Rockets, they would have won the NBA title.
They would have.
They would have won.
Wait a damn minute, because they would have played the Cavs.
They would have beat Golden State.
And they would have beat
the Cavs.
The Cavs.
They beat the Cavs in the finals. Yeah, they would have beat the Cavs in the finals.
The Cavs?
Not gonna be able to do it.
Bro, it was the Cavs with Kevin Love as the second option.
Hey, LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron.
I don't care.
Hey, chill out.
They were not beating the Cavs.
Yes, they were.
They weren't gonna be able to do
They
it.
were up 3-2. They were up 3-2 against the Warriors.
Bronny.
That game got hurt.
Bronny.
It was over. It was over.
They weren't gonna lose 2 straight. It wasn't gonna happen.
Nah, it was over. Chris Paul was shimmying on Steph Curry after hitting threes. It was over. I'm still mad about that.
Yeah.
I don't even like the Rockets. I'm still mad about that.
You know I am.
Stop it.
Cavs in 6.
Not enough firepower.
Harden went to work on that.
God.
I'm not disagreeing with that, Ralph.
He would have hit 50 a game.
Harden would have went to work on that.
He would have, and LeBron James would have averaged 40, 10, and 12 in that series.
No.
Wasn't gonna be enough.
They would have put Trevor. They would have put Trevor.
They would have put
CJ
Tucker on. PJ Tucker on him. That's who they would have put on him.
PJ and Trevor Ariza would have been on him.
Barbecue chicken. That's what that would have been.
Yeah, right. Stop it, you. You know what it is.
Barbecue chicken.
You know what it is.
You don't believe that, Q. I don't think so.
He don't. He does not believe that.
You believe that. Your mic, Q.
You muted yourself.
My bad.
That's good. That's good.
The same year that they played the Warriors. Game 1, LeBron ended up with 55, right?
He went to work at game.
So
one.
who's to say that he wouldn't have done that against the Rockets?
It wouldn't have been the same situation.
Nah, PJ Tucker and Trevor Reeves
55
would shut
against
that
the
down.
Rockets is a W. 55 against Kevin Durant, Clay, Steph Curry, Draymond is an L, bro.
Ain't no guarantee,
But
bro.
wait a minute, that Rockets team had Chris Paul, James Harden.
So
don't forget about Eric Gordon.
Eric
Gordon
Gordon
was
off the
splashing.
bench.
Don't forget again about Eric Gordon. And what? No,
Eric Gordon always played good in the playoffs.
You know what?
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all right.
Listen to him, boy. Watch it.
Listen to him.
Cavs in 4. Get a sweep. Thank y'all for
know better.
Clint
You know better.
Bro. Clint Capella, talk about it.
You right. So it was
Daniel House.
Daniel House.
Yeah.
He was on the team back then.
Oh, don't forget about Clint Capella. Clint Capella was on that team too.
Yeah, bro.
So Clint Capella, we had Tristan Thompson for him next.
Bro, name off the Cavaliers team because
that team was
that team was
who was the point guard? George Hill,
George Clarkson, J.R. Smith, Kevin Love.
Listen to me.
Chris Paul would have cooked.
The Cavs shouldn't even made the finals that year. That should have been the Celtics.
Facts.
Man, the Celtics. Oh man,
they took the Cavs to Game 7, and Jason Tatum was right there. But LeBron did LeBron things, and we went to the finals. We was hoping
Jason
to see
Tatum was a rookie that year.
I got to do with that. I ain't got to do with that. That ain't my problem.
Oh man, where'd Ralph go, man?
That's neither because he knew I was speaking facts, so he had to leave.
Hey man, I got one more topic for y'all.
Go ahead.
Who's gonna be on the cover of Madden on Thursday? I saw the commercial with 2 goats coming out of the barn. Who's it gonna be?
Tom Brady. And Patrick Mahomes.
I think.
I don't think.
Well, yeah. Now, if it's current, it'll be Pat and Tom Brady.
Hold on. What's the question?
The Madden cover is coming out this Thursday, and the commercial had 2 goats come out of the barn. Who do we think is going to be on the cover?
Tom Brady.
Who's the other one?
A-Rod. That makes sense. A-Rod.
No.
I would say. I think it's like MVP, almost like Tom Brady passing the torch to Pat Mahomes. So I'm going to say Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady.
It's got to be Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady.
No, I'm leaning towards
Pat
Daniel.
Mahomes already had his cover, man.
I'm thinking Tom Brady and A-Rod if it's 2 goats on the cover.
A-Rod had a cover too, didn't he?
No, Brett Favre did. Brett Favre did. A-Rod did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What? Never mind. I was going to say Drew Brees, but Drew Brees was on the cover as well.
They better not put Drew Brees on there. What the?
They did it. If you would have came out and it would have been a coffin in a goat, then I would have said Drew Brees.
That's the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life.
He's dead, bro.
He is. I agree. That arm is
That is
dead.
the most disrespectful thing I heard in my life.
String bean arm.
That string beam arm got us a tip this year, so we need that string beam arm.
I was talking about Drew Brees, not Tom Brady.
Okay. So hold on. Tom Brady has been on the cover before. He was on the cover in 2018, and of course, everybody knows Patrick Mahomes is on there. So I
feel like out of respect, they got to give it to Tom, bro. I would like to see him on there. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I think it's deserved.
I think it'd be Tom and Pat. I think that's who it should be.
That's
true. Aaron Rodgers can take Aaron Rodgers can take his crybaby ass out on somewhere.
Leave Aaron Rodgers alone. Hey, that's my quarterback right there. Chill out.
No. Teddy Bridgewater is your quarterback.
Nah, bro. We still working on the Aaron Rodgers deal. Chill.
Y'all weren't on Deshaun Watson. He said he wants to come to
either or.
I'd rather have
no
Deshaun
complaints
Watson.
over here.
So I'm looking at ever since
No,
2000, and Aaron Rodgers has never been on the Madden cover since 2000.
But nobody's ever considered him a GOAT, though.
Dude, there's one guy on this show who does.
Who?
His daddy.
Charles.
Paul.
Yeah, thank God.
You don't think he's going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks?
Who, Aaron Rodgers?
I didn't say that. I do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quarterbacks all time I would take over Aaron Rodgers.
Hot Dog just personally doesn't like Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm being serious. I would take Tom Brady. I would take Peyton Manning. I'd take John Elway.
Of course.
I'd take Dan Marino. I'd take Drew Brees. There's a lot of quarterbacks I'd take over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
No, I can't consider him in the GOAT conversation.
That's tough, man. He's a great quarterback.
Wait a minute. I'm not done yet. I would take who's the other? I take Brett Favre over Aaron Rodgers. I take Joe Montana. I take Steve Young. There's a lot of quarterbacks I take over.
Everybody you name had better situations though.
Yeah, that's true.
Aaron Rodgers has been the Packers for like 8 years straight.
Yeah.
Hey, what's Andrew talking about down here?
Because I mentioned Tom Brady was on the cover in 2018. He said who won the title that year. I don't know. It was vacant that year.
Nick Foles.
That's like what we call the bubble year.
Nick
that was
Foles,
the bubble year.
Talk there.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
The real MVP in Philly. Y'all need to get
Right.
that.
Jalen Hurts ain't gonna do nothing with him. I can't wait to watch the Eagles play. I can't wait. They gonna be turning.
Oh man, that's hilarious, bro.
Asterisk. That's what season did. That's what did.
That was like the bubble season.
Basically, that's what it was. It was the bubble season.
Yeah. Talk that talk,
count.
Q. Yeah, just like that bubble season.
It don't count. It don't count.
Championship that don't count.
I agree. I want to start a petition that season is null and void.
Which one? Last year's season?
No. The Eagles.
The Eagles 2018.
Man,
yeah,
leave
we
that
need
alone,
null
bro.
and void.
You leave the Eagles alone, bro.
For what? The Eagles are trash, bro.
Bro, you a Buccaneers fan. The Eagles ain't doing nothing to y'all.
We won't see the Eagles win another championship before we die. So
I agree with that.
No, we will not. Especially not with Jalen Hurts.
Let's see. My son is 10. My other son is 8. Maybe before they die.
When I'm in a nursing home. Maybe when I'm in a nursing home. Maybe.
No,
maybe.
Y'all so disrespectful.
It ain't happening.
I don't agree with Andrew.
I swear, Ralph. I think you a closet Eagles fan. Every time we talk about the Eagles, you stand up. You stand up for them.
No, look,
I just don't feel the hate that y'all feel for the Eagles, bro.
I don't hate the Eagles. I
do.
This is what it is. This is what it is for Ralph.
Why do you hate them?
The Broncos
because that Drew's team
trash for so long. You don't want nobody else to have.
Chill.
No,
wait, say it again, Diddy. Say it again, man.
Ralph is not going against the Eagles because the Broncos has been trash for so long. Number one, he don't want nobody else to feel their pain, and number two, he don't want no bad karma.
That's petty, bro. That's petty, dog.
Don't worry, Ralph. Coming the season, we coming for your ass too.
I know.
Drew, I was born to hate the Eagles. Long before I knew you, I was born to hate the Eagles.
He's a Cowboys fan, so that's just natural, bro.
It's natural.
One last question before we get out of here. Donovan said, when the Rams going to buy a chip game?
Hello. Talk.
Why would we buy one? We already won. We good. We already won one, brother.
you know how the Eagles fans are, man. They don't. Man, they don't know what the hell they talking about when it comes to football. That's why they Eagles fans. But anyway, we get ready to get on up out of here. We appreciate everybody who tuned in, like, shared, commented. Also, like I said, man, if you want to be a part of the show and be a guest, hit my inbox up. We'll talk it over, get you on the show so you can be proven wrong against all four of us, because clearly nobody in the Beyond the Game group knows what the hell they talking about us.
No,
outside of us.
Especially all them Nets groupies out there. Y'all Nets groupies.
I'm gonna put that out there. They already know what it is. Bucks and 7 with me. Yeah, Drew and Daniel and Ralph.
Bandwagon Bucks fans, y'all can talk all y'all want to talk now because Kyrie and Harden's hurt. We all know. Full throttle, the Nets would have won this series in 4 or 5 games.
Hey, that's here nor there. That doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
No, sir.
Enjoy y'all parade because
no, sir. It doesn't matter.
We the headmasters of this parade.
Hey, Q, what was it that Giannis said in his post game yesterday?
Who cares what
happen all the time.
That's what.
We hope Kyrie has a nice, speedy recovery.
Okay.
Ralph, Q thought he was slick. He just said Bucks and 7.
Yeah.
So you saying there's a chance?
There's a chance. Yeah. There's a chance.
You know, Q does that all the time.
Bucks and 6.
Andrew said my man went from Bucks and 9 to Bucks and 7. Yeah, I went from Bucks and 9. Oh man, Andrew said, "Book me on the show next." Come on, you already got.
Come on in. Come on in. Your Nets will be on in Bermuda or Aruba next week. What was it? The Giants trip they took. That's where they gonna be. That's where the Nets gonna be next week.
Say it with me. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Say it with me, Andrew.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
They ain't going Cancun. They going to the Dominican. Chill out.
Hey, well, they go.
Man, they going somewhere. They ain't gonna be getting ready for the Eastern Conference Finals.
LeBron ain't doing nothing else right now. They go chill with LeBron for a little bit. He ain't doing
and the Bucks will be getting ready for the 76ers in Eastern Conference Finals.
All right, Q, I got one last question for you. What's LeBron think that number 6 jersey is going to do for him? Is it going to break?
Why is he doing that? Why is he even doing that?
What's what you think it's going to do for him?
I personally don't understand why if he was going to do 6, why he didn't do it when he originally came to the
3 years
Lakers.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't understand. Like, okay, if you wanted to go to the Lakers with 6 for a new start, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But to be 23, and then say, you know, I want to try 6 now, and it's like, okay, like who cares, bro? Like you almost done pretty much. And it's
Facts.
like,
Facts, bro.
you know what I'm saying? And
He
you know,
just trying to sell jerseys. That's all it is.
you know, LeBron, my guy, but he got what, maybe 2 years left in the league. So it's like you almost. Well, this will be year 18. I think his contract is over in 2 years. So it's like, what's
Is it because he can't live up to the number 23?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
you
I don't know what it is. Maybe he wants to be Dr. J. I don't know, bro.
He just can't. It's hard to be like the GOAT, man. But it's okay. Where your number 6?
He picked 6 because he wanted 6 rings, but it just
how is it hard to want to be like the GOAT, but you are the GOAT? That makes no sense, Ralph.
Go stop it.
That makes no sense to me. But we're not going to go there.
Jersey.
We're not going to go there. We're not going to do that. But anyways, we're going to get enough out here. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you can't watch every show, make sure you go check the podcast out on all major podcast streaming platforms like Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you check your podcast out. Make sure you check us out on there. But we're going to get on up at this thing. We appreciate it. Dan, you got something to say before we get out of here?
Well, you know, shit, Nets in 7.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Hey, I got something quick to say real quick if y'all don't
Go
care.
ahead, dog.
I want to give a shout out to my son, Colton. He made the premier travel league soccer team in Paris. Okay. He's going to be traveling all over the state going in the fall. I'm proud of my guy, man. I have no athletic ability in my body, so I don't know how I reproduce a child that great at soccer. So I am very proud of my kid. Very proud.
Congrats, man.
That's what's up, man. Congrats. And like I told you on your page, congrats. He got that, was it C up to an A?
He got C up to an A in language arts. I do not want to do virtual learning ever again.
Hey,
oh, my gosh.
Everybody's done with that. But, Ralph, you got something you want to say before we get out of here?
Like Daniel said, Nets in 7. I can't wait to see y'all next week.
Bucks in 6. I'm the last one to say something. Bucks in 6.
Hawks
can't
win
wait
tonight.
To see y'all next week.
Hawks win tonight.
They better
win tonight.
Hawks are done. We ain't even talking about that no more.
No. It's the last win for the Hawks, but they win tonight, though.
Oh, okay. Is it in Atlanta or Philly?
I'm not asking.
I'm
not asking Q. Daniel, is the Clippers done?
No, the Clippers win tonight, baby.
All right, cool. No, are they done? The series, are they going to win this series? Yes or no? That's all we need. All right, that's all I need. That's all I need. I just need a little confidence. Yeah, tell your boy PG, please.
But that's the thing, though. This is the problem. They're gonna win. They're gonna win this series, but they ain't gonna win the championship, brother.
Son, I think the Suns gonna beat whoever. I think Suns going to the finals, man. I think they on a roll right now. Chris Paul's on a roll. I don't think my guy Donovan Mitchell could even overtake that, man.
Well, not even just that, hot dog. It's just that they knocking these teams out quickly, so they got time to heal up.
Absolutely.
If Chris Paul's at 100, Chris Paul's at 100,
it's over.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
Chris Paul's on a mission too. Don't forget that, man. He still got to get him one.
And Andrew said Jazz Nets finals. Nah, bro. Suns Bucks finals.
I would feel better about the Jazz if they could get Mike Conley back.
Yeah, they're in trouble without him. Yeah,
they need Mike Conley back.
Daniel's boy Clarkson, boy, I tell you, boy, he's nice, special out there. He's nice out there.
But see, it's the thing. The Jazz brings him in with the second unit, and they say, "Go do your thing," and he goes and does his thing.
Absolutely.
Right. The LeBron wanted him to go sit on the corner. It's like,
what the hell LeBron got to do with it?
Because y'all wasted him. Y'all let him go.
Because they trashed him in when he was in Cleveland, and I'm like, bro, he's not doing what he does. So I mean, you can't expect.
I did like Jordan Clarkson in L.A. I really liked his game there.
Yeah, he's a dog.
You know somebody who got snubbed from the all defensive team before we get out of here?
Who's that?
Dylan Brooks. From the
I
agree.
You're right.
I agree.
He should at least been on second team.
Hey, take who's on the second team again?
Kawhi's on there. I know that.
The one dude, number 22 from the Sixers.
I keep Tybal on there. That's all his job requires is to stay on the team.
Second team is Bam, Jimmy Butler, Joel, Tybal, and Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know if I'll take anybody off, man.
Before we get out
it's hard, man.
One question for you. So we know that LeBron James needs shooters around him, and that's not because LeBron can't shoot no more. We know he can shoot a little bit now. He's at least 30. I mean, no, he can't. But I'm saying he's at least 35% from three, which is decent.
Hey man, every time I saw LeBron throw up a three, he made it. I don't know what y'all talking about. I was like,
what was this in warm-ups?
Man,
This
against
Go
the
ahead,
Suns.
ask your question, Daniel. What's your question?
Why? So in the offseason, Seth Curry was available, Bogdanovich was available, and so was JJ Redick, and there was one more shooter. I'm trying to figure out why LeBron just won't go get the guys.
They tried to get Bogdanovich, but he didn't want to come.
Has so much confidence in KCP
he wants to
Wesley Matthews.
Yeah, you want to make KCP a shooter. You want to make
bro.
Kuzma a shooter.
Right.
No.
Kuzma has to go.
Kuzma thinks he's a shooter. That's the damn problem. We didn't make him.
Hey man, you got a better chance of him changing his hair color than him hitting a three.
Shit, man.
In Kuzma's head, he got the green light at all times.
No, he don't.
Let it ride.
That's why he will be on the Kings next season.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
He'll have that green light on the Sacramento Kings. We'll trade him on over.
That's cool.
Oh man.
Y'all heard what Vladdy said.
Yeah.
Bagley was more athletic. I'm like, shut the
Vladdy trash.
Over Luka?
I feel bad. I feel
Come
bad
on,
for
bro.
De'Aaron Fox and who's the other guy they got?
Feel bad for the
played in
fans.
Oklahoma.
Feel bad for the fans.
They ain't got no fans. I know people from Sacramento. They ain't got no fans.
They do have fans. I'm a fan,
I don't know
bro.
how they got.
I'm a
NBA.
fan, bro.
I don't know how they got an NBA team.
I'm a fan, bro.
This ain't 2002 no more.
They ain't been in the playoffs in 20 years.
Hey, what's this about Bobby Jackson getting a job?
Cool.
What'd you say, Daniel?
I said if he had drafted Trae Young and said that he stuck to his gun, I could feel him. It's Trae Young. I mean,
but not Marvin Bagley over Luka.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It's the thing. Marvin Bagley was showing some promise, but Marvin, it's the problem with Marvin Bagley. He's 6'9". He don't really have a post game. He's kind of versatile, but he's not like Jason Tatum. He's not like Kevin Durant. So it's like, what do we do?
Because you're
I'm saying it's like, look, no. Go back 2 years ago. Bro was averaging like 15 and 8. He's just always hurt. But my thing is, he's a tweener. He can't really play like. He's not an offensive threat, and then he's also not a post guy. But he's 6'9".
What do you do with him? Like, what is he good for?
Would you have picked him?
He got to find his niche.
Luka, bro. You seen what Luka did? Luka was killing, and he was a kid. He was killing the professional leagues.
A lot of people's not going to take, for lack of better terms, a lot of people's not going to draft a white guy with all the previous busts. A lot of dudes is not going to take a white guy.
That white boy killing. That's all I know.
You damn right, Hot Dog.
That white boy killing.
But it was a lot of people that said he was going to be a bust.
But see, to
piggyback one of them. I wasn't.
I wasn't a Luka fan either. But to piggyback off of Daniel, that does play a part in it. And on top of that, he's international, so it's like he was a bigger, like, okay, should we really take him for real, or should we go over with this guy who's proven at the college level at Duke? So let's go ahead and get this guy who's proven at Duke. And if Luka turns out to be what he is,
wait a minute. This proven guy at Duke was the guy that lost in the Elite Eight to.
Yes, but he had a good college season though.
Who did they lose to that year, Daniel?
Kansas in overtime. Yep.
Kansas in overtime.
None of y'all feel my pain. None of y'all go through what I go through, so I don't really care what none of y'all say.
Excuse me?
He picked Marvin Bagley over Luka Doncic.
No, sir. I'm a Pistons fan. Have you seen my team draft?
I'll give you.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I don't know who Q's team was growing up, but I was smart enough as a kid to know I'm not rooting for Indiana. I'm not rooting for Milwaukee. I'm not rooting for Detroit, which Detroit was good in the 80s. I'll give you that.
Right,
they were good. They were great in the early 2000s. What do you mean?
They had one good run. That was about it. It
was about a 5 or 6 year
run.
Man, what are you talking about? Hold up. If it wasn't for Dwayne Wade and LeBron, we could talk about 4 or 5 straight championships in Detroit.
I
but
give
you can't.
4 years.
Maybe.
But you can't.
But you can't. You're right. But you can't.
I give you 4 years out of the last 20, man.
Y'all just listening to a bitter fan, man. That's all it is.
Well, hell, Hot Dog, that's like me saying, well, hell, if KD didn't join the Warriors and LeBron would be sitting on 6 chips right now, but he ain't. We sitting on 4. It is what it is.
Yeah, because if Andrew Bynum don't get hurt, my dog Kobe got 6.
Facts.
You know, we can't go on what is. But anyways, we went a whole nother 15, 20 minutes about something else. Man, we great getting up out here, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We about to stay, man. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, have a good one, man.